Hello, welcome to Linux Help tutorial. In this segment, we can see how to balance the web server load using Pound on CentOS. So at first, what is Pound? Pound is a load balancing program developed by IT security company. So it's a lightweight open source reverse proxy as well as the load balancer to distribute among the several servers. So the main advantage what we see on Pound is it acts as a backend server, and if the backend server is failed or recovered from a failure, it detects it by automatically, and it will make the decision about the load balancing by itself. So at first we can see how to install the Pound in main server. So for this setup I have taken three machines. One is 5.55 acts as a main Pound server, and the other two are clients. This one is 5.80 client 1 and 5.207 client 2 acts as the two web servers. So now we can see how to install the Pound package by enabling the EPEL repo. So the command is yum install enable repo is equal to EPEL and the package name, and in that package name P should be mentioned in capital letter. So at first we can check before installing whether the Pound package is available in EPEL. So for that, yum list enable repo is equal to EPEL and Pound. So you can see the Pound package is available, and now you can install this package. Thus the Pound package is installed successfully, and the next step we can go directly to configure the Pound configuration file. So the Pound configuration file is located in etc/pound.cfg, and this is the main configuration file of Pound package. So in this configuration file we have to mention our server's IP as the listen IP of HTTP, and I am giving the server IP as 192.168.5.55, and the port number is default 80. We can leave that, and listen HTTPS also I am giving the same server's IP 5.55, and the port number is 443, which is mentioned for HTTPS, that is for secure, and the path certification key path is mentioned here, and the backend server IP address. So here I am just mentioning the first web server as 5.80 and the port as 24865. So now the second web server's address as 168.5.207 and the port as 2222. So now just save and quit the file. So now we have to restart the Pound service. Service Pound restart. So you can see the service is started successfully. So once the service is restarted, open two web browsers, and in that first web browser we have to call our main Pound server's IP, and it will first redirect to the first client, that is 5.80 server, and in that second window if we call the same Pound server's IP address, it will redirect to the second client, that is 5.207 IP. Thus it will balance the load. So while we checking this two web servers load, this server has 0.06 load and this server has 0.01 load. So both the servers are balanced now. So now we can check how the Pound works on two web browsers. So now in the browser first tab I am calling the server's IP as 5.55. So there you can see client 1, that is 5.80 is loads. So here you can see the client load is 0.01 only. So in that next window we can check for the second one. So now I'm calling the same Pound server's IP in another window. So I'm going to new window, and in that window I am calling the same IP 5.55. So there you can see client 2 5.207 loads. So while here checking the load of client 1 and client 2, you can see both are 0. Since both are equal, both the clients are balanced by the Pound server. So here you can see both the web servers load are balanced equally by the Pound server. So if I set the priority to 5.207 client or else 5.80 client, both the servers load will be balanced only by the priority high client. So now I am setting priority to 5.80 client and we can check the load. So to set the priority, go to the Pound server and go to the main configuration file as etc pound.cfg, and there for 5.80 client I am setting the priority. So just give priority and the value you can give is from 1 to 9. So priority 6. So now just save and quit the file and restart the Pound service. So now the Pound service is restarted and now we can check in the browser. So now in web browser I am just reloading this tab. So there you can see client 1 is enabled, and in this client 2 I am just reloading this tab. There also the client 1 is loads. So there you can see the client 2's load is 0.08 whereas the client 1's load is 1. So it simply means that Pound server is moving all the load to the client 1 since the priority is set high to client 1. As we seen earlier, Pound is also used to plan emergency breakdowns. So for example, if 5.80 web server and 5.207 web server is dead, then it will take the IP which is mentioned in the emergency breakdown category to load that server. So for that I'm going to the configuration file vim etc pound.cfg. So at last, before the end tag, we need to mention emergency and the address. Here I am mentioning 192.168.7.13 and the port number is 24865 and at last the end tag. So now save and quit the file, and now we have to restart the Pound service. So here it gives the error that end of tag. So going once again to the configuration file, and at last the error is we have to end this with another end tag. For that we have to end at first emergency with first end tag and the main end with the main service with last end tag. So now I'm saving and quitting the file and once again restarting the Pound service. So there you can see the Pound service is started successfully. The another setup we can also made it over here itself is tracking the backend servers. So Pound will keep track of backend servers that is alive or not. For that we have to mention the keyword called alive parameter in the configuration file. So here this configuration file I am just giving alive here alive and the value I'm giving is 30. It means 30 seconds. So while giving alive 30, it will keep track of both these servers for 30 seconds. If it seems to be these two web servers are dead, and after 30 seconds it will start loading the server that is which is given in the emergency column, that is 7.13. So after this setup just quit and save and once again restarting the Pound service. So now we can assume that a 5.80 client and 5.207 client is dead right now. So we can check using ping command, ping 5.80. So there you can see we didn't get any response from that server. So as well as 5.207 also. So you can see the destination is unreachable. So now we can check in the browser. So in this browser, both the browser window, I am just reloading the tab. So here you can see I have called the same IP address, that is pound address, but it redirects to the emergency 7.13 IP, that is 7.13 server. As well as in the second tab also, it also redirects to the 7.13 server, that is 7.13 web server. So when these two servers are dead, it will move to the third server which you mentioned in the emergency column. Hence, this video will be very useful in installing the Pound server to balance the web server load. Thanks for watching.